Sup guys, welcome to NSJC. I'm Mark and this is Perry. Really? No, come on.
It's a Skywalker RDA, surely?
No. I'm not having Star Wars, no. Sorry.
Hi guys, so here it is. This is the Skywalker RDA. Now Mark has maybe promised not to do any puns, but I sure hope that this is the RDA that I've been looking for.
Seriously.
Sorry.
Guys, I want to see this, not for the fact that it's got anything to do with Star Wars, but I just want to see what this is like. So let's jump down, let's unbox it, and show you guys. So yeah, we're taking a closer look at the Skywalker RDA. Now we actually got this back in, it was Vape Jam. We actually got this. I've seen quite a lot of people using these on Instagram with some really nice builds in there. So yeah, we thought we'd get one and actually have a look at it, get a closer look. So, you know, it's a nice small box. Gimmicky with the Star Warsy kind of thing. I'm not really much of a Star Warsy person, and when I say that, I've never seen one. Perry, on the other hand, absolutely loves it, so he's loving this. Me, not so much. But I want to have a closer look at that deck, so let's just jump in and have a look. So in the box we've got the RDA, which is good, always helps. We've got in here they've given us some coils. That's quite generous of them. Taking a closer look, they do look like fused Claptons, which is quite good. We have a bag of O-rings, a lot of O-rings. We have a squonking 510. We've also got some big ass grub screws, and we'll talk more about them in a second. That's basically it for the box. Let's move that to one side. So yeah, basically this is it. This is what we're greeted with. So again, we've got their logo on the front. You know, for me, I think for all you guys out there that are absolutely loving your Star Wars, you're actually gonna, you're gonna love it. For me, I don't know, I'm just looking at it purely as an RDA. It looks alright, it looks quite nice. It's got quite a protruding 510 here, it doesn't seem to be sprung. Again, it is protruding, but take caution when using this with a mechanical mod. So I'm going to get closer. We're going to start with the bottom like we normally do, and we're going to work our way up. So let's get a much closer look at this. I'm just going to start, like I say, from the bottom, work all the way up, and then I'm going to give you some, not final thoughts, but my general thoughts on what I'm looking at. But for me, instantly, this deck, it seems pretty cool. It seems really well built, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got these two big O-rings, these big posts. It's, again, similar in a way to Velocity, just the posts the other way around. But the one thing that this thing does have to offer is the capabilities of some massive coils in there. Ginormous leads you can get in there, which is exactly what I've been seeing on Instagram. I mean, if you can see that, which you can, some massive options, and the grub screws aren't even at the threads yet, so you can get some really big builds in there. So obviously our positive one being this one here, it's got a nice insulator all the way around the bottom there, which goes to the 510, which I said earlier is removable because you can put a squonking in there, so all you squonking guys are going to love this. And the threads are really smooth. They don't seem to be there doesn't seem to be any rough edges with them at all, which, not sounding like I'm surprised, but yeah. So basically, taking the next portion of this RDA, this is like your airflow ring. So this obviously pushes down onto your deck like so. Again, we've got this greeted by this logo on there. We'll talk more about the logo later, I think. The next section is this, I suppose our airflow control ring. Now, the first thing, I don't know if you can see, you might, but it's very thin. It's so thin, these bottom bits here, I can just see snapping. In fact, I can bend it. So they are going to snap. When they snap, are you still going to be able to use it? Yes, you probably will be able to use it, but I can't help but think the build quality there could have been a bit better. They could have made that thicker, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got this O-ring here for your drip tip, but what is a bit of a nifty idea is that you can either rock this in single coil mode or dual coil mode. I'm just going to put it in. Again, we've got like it's not really a massively wide bore drip tip, but it's it's a fair size, and that's just slots in the top like that. So there we have it. I don't know, looks like an okay RDA. We're going to throw a build in it and we're going to vape it, because that's all that really matters. You know, where it doesn't matter about the branding, doesn't matter how they've marketed this, it's about how it vapes. So we are going to check that right out for you now, and yeah, and we'll give you our thoughts.
What's up guys, welcome back up. So that was the Skywalker RDA. How did you feel about unboxing it?
First initial thoughts, to be perfectly honest with you, not great for me.
No.
It's a real shame, because I think the deck is really nice. You know, you can get some really big coils in there, but there's a few issues that I've got. One is the airflow ring.
Yeah.
I think it's poorly made.
Yeah.
It's very thin. It's going to break.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Because what I found is, I thought to myself, oh, I can just take the drip tip out and drip down. Yes, you can do that, but I tried that for a little bit, and actually, maybe I wasn't splurging enough juice, but I found that the juice, if you did that, just came out of the air vents at the side, and it just wasn't. It's just not great. And the thing is, this is too hot. This bit gets too hot to pull off. So it's but annoyingly this heat thing is doing its job, because the tip isn't getting hot at all.
No, I think it's plastic as well.
Yeah.
I think if it was metal, it would be a different kettle of fish. But you know, performance-wise, seems okay.
It is okay to vape on, apart from, as I'll demonstrate now, you do sound like Thomas the Tank Engine.
It does. It's a really whistly, really whistly.
It's really whistly.
RDA.
Now, you probably could get around that by shutting off one of the vents, or you know, whatever. Or maybe going down to one. I mean, I've got this wide open. I don't know. I haven't used it like that yet. The other thing is that while I am a huge Star Wars fan, love it, this very questionable marketing on this. It's extremely so questionable. Bad. I really don't know how they've got away with this, but they have. Yeah.
The thing is, what I don't get is it's got nothing. I mean, this is me. You can vouch. I know nothing about Star Wars. Something about a dude in black fighting somebody in essentially all dressed in a white robe. So that's about as far as my knowledge of Star Wars goes, and I apologise. However, I can't see why that RDA resembles anything to do with Star Wars, in a sense of why they would even go down the route of doing that.
It's got a questionable logo in the middle. It's got 2 lightsabers on it.
I don't think they needed to do that.
No, they have just jumped on the Star Wars bandwagon, as far as I know. No. So you know, it is available for 20 quid. I will put links down below. You know, because it is that price, give it a go, see what you think. I just don't think it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Unfortunately, the only plus thing to get out of this, I would say, is the actual build deck. The build deck is really good.
It is a really good build deck.
So what you could do, if you've got an array of top caps, you could potentially find a top cap that you could put on the top to get rid of that horrible logo, and to get rid of that airflow and actually rock it yourself. So that might be an idea. For the actual build deck, it's really good. For the rest of it, not so good. Would I go and buy one? No. No way.
No.
So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I hope you like the review of the Skywalker RDA, not endorsed by Star Wars.
We'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one, guys. Seriously, mate, I've told you once already.